So this is supposed to be the best comic of all time. I'll be the judge of that. Hey guys, how's it going? OTAKU Mike here, back again with another video for you guys today. We got a big one for us today, which I'm going to be talking about Saga Book 1, which covers the first 18 issues of Saga. Without further ado, if you're new to the channel, you like the content that I create, please consider subscribing, throw a like, share the video around, and don't forget to comment down below. Anyways, let's get into this video. Alright, so I got a lot to talk about with this book right here. Let's get the plot or synopsis out of the way. We have our two main characters, Marco, who has horns, and Alana, who has wings. Their factions have been at war for quite some time. We have Landfall, who are the more technologically advanced society, which Alana is from. We have Marco, who is from Wraith, the satellite planet that orbits Landfall, and they are more about magic and looking to the past, and more about that. These two planets are at war. They have basically subcontracted / moved their war to the rest of the galaxy because they don't want their two planets to basically be destroyed. So they just decide to have their war on other planets. Our story starts out with a literal birth from their baby named Hazel. They birthed their child in a garage on a planet. A pretty big way to start this title. So basically what they have done is illegal or very, very taboo. Each faction doesn't want the other or the public to know that this is possible because it could possibly disrupt the entire war that has been going on, hypothetically. And all Marco and Alana want to do is get away and basically raise and protect their child, who is, quote, an abomination. I don't think she's an abomination. I think she's actually pretty freaking adorable. Just saying. So this story is a pretty expansive sci-fi fantasy space opera epic. It's not just Alana and Marco's story, it's also Hazel's story, because Hazel is the one who is telling us this particular story about her parents, how they met, the journeys that they have gone on. We don't know what Hazel's journey, what happens to Hazel at the end of this book, I should say. We're just getting what she's told us from the past, which is pretty interesting, I have to say myself, possibly. I really enjoy that aspect of the book. But we also get the aspect of bounty hunters / royalty looking for our main characters in this book. We have the Will, who is part of this freelancer organization that Wraith has hired, and we have Prince Robot number 4, who Landfall has basically hired to go track them down and get rid of this abomination. So we get this pretty expansive story. It's not just Marco and Alana's story, which I was very surprised that it went that direction, because we get to spend a lot of time with these characters as well, and we really get to humanize and empathize with, quote, the bad guys of the story, which was really, really interesting, because we get to see their side of it as well as Marco and Alana's side. I really like the aspects of our two main characters, Marco and Alana. I liked their dynamic that they had together. you could tell that they truly loved each other and truly wanted to take care of Hazel together, and that's all they really wanted to do. I liked how they interacted with each other, because we get thrown into this situation with Marco and Alana. We don't really know much about their past when this book starts, but we get to learn quite a bit by the end of this first book, which is around 18 issues or so. Like I said before, this story takes some interesting directions. Storytelling wise, you do get a lot of nice, really cool action scenes with like lasers and sword fighting and stuff like that. But you also get really nice character moments when it comes down to it with a lot of our characters. You know, you could have a chapter which is them just goofing around, playing like Pictionary or something like that. We get a lot of really good character depth and character development within these first 18 issues. I grew to personally really come to love and care about these characters who are fictional within this story. I really latched on to Marco and Alana because they are parents. I feel like if you are a parent and you read this, you will get quite a bit out of it, because you'll probably experience a lot of, well, not some things, but you'll know kind of what they're going through as a parent with dealing with a newborn. I'm not saying somebody who doesn't have a child would not know this stuff, but I really related to them and some of the stuff that they had to go through, like when Hazel's umbilical cord fell off and Alana like freaks out and she's like, I think I just broke my baby. Or when Alana has to meet Marco's parents for the first time, which was probably one of the most funniest yet heartbreaking moments within this book, because you get to spend time with these characters and actually enjoy them and like really get to know them for a short period of time. And then I don't want to like spoil it really, but something tragic happens, and that's really all I can say about that. You know, this comic left me with a wide range of emotions and feelings. I went from laughing to being very sad to being very angry that what happened to these characters that you really do truly end up caring about, even if they are a side character, or you know, are only around for maybe like 1 or 2 issues. Each character makes a big impact in this particular story, which I really, really enjoyed. And I wish more comics / manga would actually do that. It was a fun thing to really get to see, you know, seeing Alana interact with, you know, these different people, and Marco interact with them, and so forth, you know. So, like I said, there are so many aspects, so many stories going on in this first issue. We get to meet Prince Robot the Fourth, who is contracted to basically go out and find Lana and Marco, and he is a very ruthless android who is part of this royalty for, I guess, these robot androids. I don't remember exactly what they were called off the top of my head, but he is trying to find out where exactly they're going. He's trying to put the pieces together to find Alana and Marco and their baby Hazel. It's really interesting to see his particular side of this story, because he is sent off to go do this particular mission. Excuse me, and he is trying to do it fast enough because he wants to get home to his fiance, I believe it is, and to get to the birth of his unborn child. There's a lot of political intrigue revolving around his said story. It's really interesting because I like the fact that his TV head, the picture on it changed all the time, which was really funny. And then we get the Will, who is a freelancer who was basically kind of like a bounty hunter, and his story takes a really, really interesting turn. He basically goes to this planet where all they do is they have sex. It's called Sextillion, I believe it's called. And he gets wrapped up in this story where he basically gets offered this child sex slave, and he has a moment of compassion and he kills the slavers who are offering her up as a child sex slave, which I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. I can't, we see a moment of humanity within this person who is, we are told, that is a monster, and all he wants to do is help take care of this young girl. And it was a really interesting dynamic because he was sent to go kill this one child, and yet he's protecting this child. There's a lot of really gray areas within this story when it comes to our characters. I don't think any of our characters are particularly good or evil, and one side isn't wrong over the other in some aspects. But I really liked seeing all the other characters that we got to meet as well. We got to meet Marco's ex-fiancée, Gwendolyn, who teams up with the Will, who she wants, I guess, to get revenge on Marco. It was really weird, hard to grasp what exactly her motivations were at some points, because a lot of the characters' motivations kind of change over time. Well, the Will's motivations kind of change several times, but yeah, that was an interesting aspect. But Prince Robot, his motivations never change. He just wants to kill these people and just get on with his life, basically. He wants to go be with his robot boo thing, But I really liked that dynamic of seeing the different layers of the story, and even ones you think that don't have any of part of the story. Like, there's a whole aspect to this story where we see these two reporters who are trying to report on the story that we're reading, and they get wrapped up into this situation as well, which is like so crazy and so, oh my god, like seeing all the different, like I think I need like a wall, and I need like this person knows this person, an attached string, and this person intersects with this person. It's like crazy. But I really liked the aspect of this book where we get information, but it's like trickled information, like sprinkle the information throughout the book, and it's not overbearing information wise. It's not hard to understand and hard to learn what exactly is going on here, which I really liked. It was really a breath of fresh air, because they could info dump all the time if they wanted to, or they just throw out little things, and we'll find out eventually what's going to happen, which was really cool. It was a really fun read that I truly couldn't put down. Now let's talk about one of the probably one of the best aspects to this book. That is not just the writing, but we have the artwork itself. The artwork is beautiful. It is weird. It is very, very out there. It's some of the coolest artwork that I personally have ever seen. It was a really interesting look into this world that is so foreign yet so familiar at the same time. Oh God, I love this artwork. I love the expressions on everybody's face. I love just looking at the backgrounds of all the different places that they got to travel to. I enjoyed seeing their weird organic tree spaceship. I liked the little cute farmer seal who, walked around with a giant axe, It was so inventive that you don't really see things like this. The artist really got to let loose when it comes to help creating this particular universe, which the art is like a freaking 10 out of 10. It was so beautiful. So to wrap up this review, Saga is a very thought-provoking series. It's not afraid to tell you a really interesting adult story about two star-crossed lovers that just want to raise their child. This is the kind of story you get when a publisher lets its creators basically create and tell the story that they want to create, and they're not shackled by the publisher or the editors, and they just let them loose and let them tell the story that they want to tell, which sometimes we don't get when it comes to Marvel and DC. That's why independent publishing is really cool, to let creators tell the story that they really truly want to tell. I really feel that this is a good book to give people if you're just into manga, or if you're not even into comic books. This is that good of a read that, it could possibly change your outlook or view on the medium as a whole. It's just that damn well written and put together, in my personal opinion. Anyways, guys, I think I've rambled on quite a bit. Thanks for watching. Give me your feedback down below, and let me know how I did in this review. This took me a while to film. I had to get my thoughts and words together, so I'm probably kind of incoherent in this video. You probably going on different directions within this video. This was a hard one for me to review, honestly, because I had so many thoughts, trying to process so many thoughts in my head and trying to get words out. I hope I did Saga the justice it deserves, and I hope everybody goes and checks it out. It's a really, really fun series, and it's going to be at the top of my list to read. I got book 2 up there. I think I might have to do a review on that later on, but yeah. First 18 volumes are a really good ride. Really fun, sad at points, but it's a really fun ride, and it's one you don't normally get to see in comics, which I really enjoyed. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Go check it out and subscribe. Yeah.